Check. John Mowinkle coming to you from the Grundy Center Gymnasium, just about set for this NICL West opener between the Spartans and Gladbrook-Reinbeck Rebels. Well, Grundy Center is 3-0 on the season. It has been a whole week since their last set of matches. They hosted a quad last Tuesday night when they earned 3-2-0 victories over number 14 and 2A Hudson, AGWSR, and Waverly Shellrock. One of the key weapons for the Spartans on the young season so far has been 6'7" middle hitter Ryan Brubaker, 20 kills with a .515 efficiency. And she is a blocking machine as well. Let me tell you that right now. She had 6, which doesn't sound like a whole lot in one night, but that was 3 separate matches. So Brubaker will look to see if she can keep that trend rolling here tonight. Meanwhile, Gladbrook-Reinbeck, one of their top players, in fact, probably their top player, period. Kennedy Brandt is a senior. She's one of those kinds of players that all the coaches in the NICL, aside from at Gladbrook-Reinbeck, wish she would graduate already, because she's been burning teams at that outside hitter position throughout her entire career since she was a freshman, and she enters her senior season with a .358 kill efficiency with a 30 kills in 3 matches played so far. Rebels went 2-1 at a quad at Maquoketa Valley last week, where interestingly they lost to the unranked hosts 2-0, but it got 2 ranked wins. A 2-1 victory over number 2 and 1A North Tama, and a 2-0 victory over number 11 and 2A Wapsie Valley. I got a chance to talk to Grundy Center head coach Lori Willis about the start of the season for Grundy Center. So here is that interview right now. I'm being joined on Radio On The Go Sports by Grundy Center volleyball coach Lori Willis as we talk about the upcoming 2025 season. And Coach, thanks for taking some time. Always a pleasure to talk about Grundy Center volleyball with you. Before we talk about the season as a whole here, just kind of want to get your thoughts on this past off season, how you guys are able to continue to get better through off season workouts, and how that kind of was able to set the stage for you guys entering the new season here.
Yeah, you bet. Happy to brag on these girls. Well, I feel like the summer started off really well. Big part of our emphasis has been on our strength and agility. You know, we want those girls coming in 3 days a week, working on their strength, working on their core, working obviously on breaking down just little elements of their athletic ability. So we put a lot of emphasis on that. It's fun, it's exciting. Everybody does it together. We got the girls and boys in there working hard. And then, you know, we hit open gym, but we don't go too crazy too much about it. We go about once a week. Sometimes we'll hit up twice a week, depending on the softball schedule, because we have a lot of athletes that are multi-sport athletes, and we just need to be conscious of their time, conscious of their body, and conscious of their minds. So we just kind of go a little bit easier. And then when July comes around, we start to, you know, get a little bit more active. We went up to St. Cloud to go to their team camp, and we performed really well up there. It was good. It was exciting. It's fun to play teams that you've never seen before. You have no expectations, and it was good. And it was kind of a crazy week for them because those girls were coming off of max lifting in the weight room and then also a basketball team camp. So our legs were a little tired, but it was a good bonding experience. And then after Dead Week, we came into camp season. So we went, did our Spartan camp, and then we went to the Iowa coaches camp in Des Moines. So that was been fun.
Very nice. So when it comes to your roster here this year, looking back at last year's stats, looks like you got quite a bit of returning talent from last year to this year. I counted 8 returning players who either started or played a significant amount on varsity last year. So how has that kind of helped set the stage for this season, knowing that there's a lot of people coming back with that varsity experience under their belts?
Yeah, it gives us a great foundation to build on, you know, and give experience, to have just confidence in that we know what we're doing. The lights were bright last year, and we are comfortable with that. And then it helps also just to bring in maybe some of those new faces that are coming into the lineup as well. Give them confidence, in their teammates that they know what they're doing, what to expect. It also allows us to grow and get better. Our communication is better. Our volleyball IQ is better. We just measured verticals yesterday. Those are better. So we just got a really good foundation that we just need to keep building on, but also not settle at the same time. We haven't arrived yet. We have to keep getting better, day in and day out.
And when it comes to some of the personnel here specifically, last year, Ryan Brubaker was the kill leader for you guys, hit at 416, so a really solid efficiency there,
Mhm.
playing in that middle hitter position. She's going to be a tough matchup for a lot of people, coming in at 6'7". Obviously, not many people are going to be able to match that or even get close in high school volleyball. So when it comes to having her back as one of your top hitters, what's that going to be like for you guys, having her back with another year of experience under her belt?
Yeah, it's going to be great. She is obviously the tallest female athlete in the state of Iowa, and she can do things that others just can't. And that's fun. It's funny at times. It's exciting. It's really fun to watch some of the reaction of the other team when she does something because they're just like baffled. We get to see it all the time, so it's kind of fun to see their reaction. But she's a lot stronger this year. She is faster. She is more coordinated. Still, obviously, when you're that tall, you got a ways to go, but I think everybody's going to be super surprised and excited about how much she has grown and learned and just gotten better. And yeah, like I said, we measured verticals yesterday, and she is touching 10-4, and that's very incredible.
Yeah, super impressive there. And when it comes to the setter position, you bring back a couple of players
Hmm.
who were both played setter last year, Lauren Zajac and Kat Brown. So when it comes to those two, getting another year of experience under their belts, getting to know people's tendencies and things like that, as far as syncing things up with their hitters and things like that. What's it looking like with those two back to lead the charge at setter?
Yeah, it's great to have your setters come in again, because they already know the system. We're pushing tempo a little bit more because they're ready for it. They're doing really good job with communication, with connecting with their hitters. They understand that that personal side of the game is really important, and they just have good leadership overall. Kat really connects really well with Ryan, so we have her setting her more than the other middles. And then for the middle right now, it's kind of crazy. Allie Cox, she has played multiple roles for us her freshman year. She was a middle hitter. And then her sophomore year for varsity, we moved her to the right side. And then last year, we had her starting at the right side, but we ended up moving her to a DS role. And then this year, we put her back in the middle. So it's fun. That kid is great. She has such a great attitude. When I asked her, what's your favorite position on the court? And she said, whatever the team needs. And some people are like, oh, that's just cliche. That's just like a kid, trying to suck up to the coach. Nope, that she really means that. She is really a kid that puts the team ahead of herself.
All right, just about out of time here today, but any final thoughts you want to share about your program before we wrap up?
Yeah, I just want to give a little shout out to my assistant, Landry Larian. She's just doing such an amazing job, bringing up the level of my coaching, but the level of the gym. She's really raising the bar. She's helping me raise the bar and holding the girls accountable and just bringing in some of her experience as an athlete herself and just making us a lot better. So she's just doing a great job. And the girls are just, they're working hard, they're responding. Right now we've had a lot of togetherness in the gym and they're still pushing through and still getting after it.
That's been Grundy Center volleyball coach Lori Willis joining me here on Radio on the Go Sports. Appreciate the time today as always, and looking forward to catching you guys in action here this year.
All right. Thanks for the coverage.
All right, that's been Grundy Center volleyball coach Lori Willis joining me here on pregame coverage. We're going to take a timeout, and when I come back, I'll introduce the starters for number 5 and 2A Grundy Center, playing host to number 10 and 1A Gladbrook-Reinbeck, NICL West opener, heading your way on 99 The Way. Let's meet the starting lineups. First of all, for the road team, Gladbrook-Reinbeck. Number 4 is a junior outside and middle hitter, Jada Chevelle. Number 5 is senior right side hitter, LEC. Number 7 is junior DS and libero, Avery Boyer. Number 8 is senior outside and middle hitter, Bryn Schneider. Number 10 is junior setter, Kaylee Larson. Number 14 is senior middle hitter, Kennedy Brandt. And the libero is junior number 20, Ayla Bear. And for the home team, Grundy Center, number 1 is sophomore outside hitter, Trinity Jurovsky. Number 2 is junior middle hitter, Ryan Brubaker. Number 3 is senior number 10, Lauren Zajac, playing setter. Number 14 is a junior outside hitter, Ava Muntz. Number 16 is freshman outside hitter, Charlie Kirkpatrick. Number 18 is sophomore outside hitter, Jenna Blythe, and the libero is number 13, Raylan Steinmeier, a junior. It's time for a timeout for the national anthem on 99 The Wave. John Mowinkle coming to you from the Grundy Center Gym. Tonight, it's number 5 in 2A Grundy Center playing host to number 10 in 1A, Gladbrook-Reinbeck. Some other events going on throughout the league tonight. Wapsie Valley is hosting a triangular with AGWSR and Denver. That's involving West teams. In the Central, Appleton-Parkersburg is hosting a triangular with the number 2 in 1A North Tama and Valley Lutheran. Hudson is at a triangular at North Lynn that also includes Alburnett. Actually, that's a quad that also includes Cascade. And in the East, Sumner Fredericksburg is hosting Olwine. Jessup is hosting Union in 2 NICL East matches. So those two and this one are the only true league games going on tonight. Gladbrook-Reinbeck will serve to get us underway from right to left. It's Avery Boyer, and we are underway here in this NICL West opener. Here's Brubaker in the center, but it's going to be an attack error. It's going to be actually a lift called on the Spartans to get us rolling, and Gladbrook-Reinbeck leads it 1-0 over the Spartans. Grundy has won 24 of the last 26 meetings in this series. It's been a pretty good series historically, but the Spartans have gotten the upper hand in the last decade plus. Gladbrook-Reinbeck gets a kill to increase their lead to 2-0. And it comes from the middle hitter position with Kennedy Brandt, and that is what she does. Let me tell you that right now. 2-0 Gladbrook-Reinbeck. Rebels go up for a block. Munt dives, gets the save, and it's free-balled over by the Spartans. Left side attack, over top the blockers of Grundy Center. Munt sets it up left, pushed over the net, over on the left side by Jenna Blythe. She was one of the underclassmen that came on strong as the year went on last year. Did not see a ton of early action. She swings on the left side, but the Rebels get the dig. Now it's an attack and a kill from the left side. This time it's Chaville, and the Rebels lead it 3-0 over Grundy Center. Spartans will look to settle in wearing their white uniforms with maroon numbers and text with maroon shorts. And the libero, Raylan Steinmeier, wearing a maroon jersey with white numbers. Ricocheted around over on the right side of the net, and the Rebels lead it 4-0 over Grundy Center. About as short of a road trip as it gets in Iowa high school sports. And the Rebels are comfortable here on the road. Here's an attack from the middle. It's Ryan Brubaker this time, smacking it down from the center. Wasn't like a super hard kill, but Brubaker was able to get Grundy Center on the board for the first time. And when you're standing at 6'7", that is an X factor right there. Here's Brandt in the center, off the blockers of Grundy Center, and it is 5-1 Rebels. Kennedy Brandt records her second kill of the match. 5-1 is the Rebel lead. In the Bound era, Grundy Center leads the series 24 matches to 2. Here comes a left side attack. What a shot. This time it's Charlie Kirkpatrick, a freshman outside hitter of the Spartans, rising up and destroying that ball for her first kill of the match. So a great way for a freshman to get into the action there. GR won in a Saturday tournament 2-1 last year, though the Spartans won the conference match. And it's a service error by Steinmeier into the net. So a free point to Gladbrook-Reinbeck. It is 6-2 Rebels. I was talking to head coach Lori Willis ahead of the game. She said, as long as we can serve and pass well, we should be able to win. Here's Brubaker in the center, firing down the kill. Bounced off the blockers of GR, but Brubaker puts down her second of the match. So GR's one win last year was their first win of the series since all the way back in 2009. Just an insane amount of time, especially considering how often these teams see each other. 6-3 is the lead here for Gladbrook-Reinbeck. A block attempt by Steinmeier and Allison Koch. And now it's going to be a diving dig made by Grundy Center, and free ball back over the net. That was Jordan Van Wetchel on the diving dig. But this time it's Kennedy Brandt rising up and absolutely smacking it right in the center of the net for her third kill of the match. That leads the way for the Rebels and for everyone on the team, or on the court right now. GR wearing the blue uniforms, white numbers and text with the narrow black outlines and black shorts. 7-3 Gladbrook-Reinbeck. Van Wetchel attacks right side and dug in the back row of GR. Out to the back row, Van Wetchel digs, and the Spartans got out of sync. Rebels get a point. And they lead it 8-3 here in set one. And a timeout has been called by Lori Willis. Gladbrook-Reinbeck 8, Grundy Center 3 here in set one. Gladbrook-Reinbeck 8, Grundy Center 3 here in set one. Best of 5 to 25 points. Set 5 would be a 15. And this serve is going to be unreturnable for Grundy Center. It's not an ace because it was contacted more than twice, but Kennedy Brandt will head back to serve once again. here for the Rebels as they increase the lead to 9-3. And this start cannot be sitting well. The Grundy Center coaches Lori Willis and Landry Luring. Left side attack into the blockers of GR. It did land just inbounds apparently. And that is a point to the Rebels. 10-3, Gladbrook-Reinbeck here in set one. Brandt to serve once again, leaps from the back row, fires a line drive serve. That thing was heading downhill the whole way. Van Wetchel free balls over from the back row. Set to the right, swung out of bounds, an attack error by C of GR. And Grundy gets a much needed point. It is 10-4, Rebels still in the lead. It was a 3-1 victory by the Spartans in the conference match last year. Here's Brandt rising up in the middle, smacking it toward the center. Not a very high ceiling here in Grundy Center. This attack barely makes it over the net from Blythe. And a back row dig is recorded by Kirkpatrick. Left side attack, Blythe into the blockers of GR. And that was C and Thiesing rising up for the rejection. 11-4 Rebels. Looking to possibly run away with his opening set. Back to serve LEC, one of the leading attackers, though yet to record a kill tonight so far. And right now, Ryan Brubaker of Grundy Center, a 6'7" middle hitter, is not on the bench. And Grundy got caught out of system a little bit. Not able to set up the blockers properly. It snuck over him. And it is 12-4 GR. C with a hard serve, way too far out the back, and that was a no-doubter. Grundy could just let that one sail. So 12-5 in favor of the Rebels. And that was the first service error of the match for GR. Now each team has one service error and no aces. Here's Brandt, a back row free ball over the net. Lunging dig is made by Jarowski, and over the net it comes from Blythe of the Spartans. A dump over the net from the right side, unreturnable for Grundy. It was Kaylee Larson of GR with a deceptive move over on the right side of the net. And the Spartans could not react quick enough. 13-5 Rebels. A set to the right. Allison Koch rises up, smacks it down from right to left. Much needed point for the Spartans right there. 4 kills on the night so far for Grundy Center. Brubaker has 2 of them. And it is 13-6, Gladbrook-Reinbeck in front. More volleyball action coming up on Thursday night here on the Wave. It'll be North Central Conference action, Hampshire Dumont-Cal at St. Edmund. And an attack into the antenna from Cheville. Out of bounds, and Grundy Center starting to gain a little bit more momentum here. An early deficit for Grundy Center, but starting to claw their way back. They'll host a big-time triangular with Atkinson, Parkersburg, and Sumner Fredericksburg here in a couple weeks. And I'll be here to call that one. Should be an electric night between 3 really competitive teams, and Grundy launches it too far long. An attack error. This time was Ava Munt. And again, a no-doubter. GR was able to just let it sail. 14-7 Rebels. On top of the Spartans, here comes Boyer. Back to serve. Launches an arcing serve over the net. Left side attack, Blythe. Hits the line and in! If it hits any part of the line, it is considered in, and Grundy Center gets another much-needed point. Jenna Blythe, perfect placement on that one, and it's 14-8. Blythe picks up her first kill of the match. And here comes the serve from Grundy. From the left side, into the face of Zajac. What a shot from Cheville of GR. And Zajac, the setter for Grundy Center, could not react quick enough. And Cheville picks up kill number 2 of the match. 15-8 in favor of Gladbrook-Reinbeck. Here's an attack from the left side and a point for the Spartans. Charlie Kirkpatrick rises up on the left. Beautiful set from the center, able to get the kill. And the Spartan freshman has 2 on the night. Tied now for the team high. Brubaker is back in the middle hitter spot for Grundy Center. Tapped over the net and the dig is made by Steinmeier. What a shot in the center. That's Ryan Brubaker again. Man, she is tough to slow down in the middle. Got the set from Zajac and Brubaker right there for the slam. 3 kills on the night for her. And it is 15-8. And this one is going to be a point to Gladbrook-Reinbeck, which now leads 16-10. Now if the Spartans serve it too far to the right. 16-10 Rebels. And a back row dig by Van Wetchel. Shot from the left side, down for a kill. Kirkpatrick again. She's now got 3 from the left side. 16-11. And Grundy Center's hoping this is not too little too late at this point. GR's 9 points away from a 1-0 lead, but the Spartans again are building up some momentum. Brown with a serve this time, hits the ceiling on the serve receive, but Brandt able to do a behind the back free ball. Allows Jurovsky to levitate up on the right side and smack it down for the kill. That is her first kill of the night. Spartans are back to within 4. Schneider could not get the block for GR. 16-12, a 4-point difference. Schneider with the attack left side for GR, but it's returned to the other side by Jurovsky outside the antenna. And a point to the Rebels. They lead at 17-12. 17-12, Gladbrook-Reinbeck. Stoked you're with us on 99 The Wave. And Brandt takes several dribbles and will serve. Leaps and fires it, arcing to the left, lands out of bounds. A service error for Brandt, and it gives Grundy Center another free point, making it 17-13. 2 service errors for each team now. Rebels lead it by 4. This serve appeared to be long, but playable for GR. Schneider just over the net. Grundy Center had a huge gap on the left side of the court, and Schneider made him pay. 18-13 GR. And C to serve. Brown sets up left. Blythe smacks it down. Jenna Blythe starting to heat up now. Her second kill of the match, though her contributions have been all over the place. 18-14. Jurovsky serves. The serve is received on the other side by Brandt. Almost was a solo block by Munt. And now free balled over on the tap from the left side by Cheville. Blythe goes through the blockers. Unreturnable for GR. 18-15. Grundy is coming back. They've closed the gap to 3. And Jurovsky continues to serve. I wonder if the Rebels will soon call timeout. Boom. Line drive serve over the net, received by Brandt. Left side set for Schneider. Just over top the blockers. Now a right side set to Munt, fading back, able to get it over the net despite the set being too long. However, GR able to record the point from the middle. I think that was Leela Thiesing rising up in the center. Yeah, that was. And she gets her first kill of the night, Leela Thiesing. 19-14 GR. Up on the left side, Munt to the back row, dug by Brandt. Right side attack, C too far out the back. Lori Willis pumps the fist, says let's go. We're still in this thing, man. 19-16 GR here in set 1. Playing a best of 5. First to win 3 takes home the W. And now Zajac to serve. From left to right. It goes over the net. The serve is received by C. It angles right, up to the net. Launched too far out the back. Jenna Blythe was licking her chops on that ball coming floating up over the top of the left side of the net. But mistimed the swing, and out of bounds it went. 20-16 GR. Here comes the serve. Hits the net on its way over, but still playable. Zajac flicks it forward on the set to Brubaker. And it's a kill from the left side by Cheville of GR. Found the gap in the Grundy Center defense, and GR leads it 21-16. Spartans have called timeout, will step aside as well. Rebels are 4 points away from taking set 1. Gladbrook-Reinbeck 21, Grundy Center 16. Here in set number 1. John Molenko with it here on 99 the wave. Spartans just used their second and final timeout of the set. GR gets another point. 22-16 is the score. And they are 3 points away from taking this opening set. Not a ton of offense for either side. Brubaker is the kill leader for Grundy Center with 3, tied with Charlie Kirkpatrick. Kennedy Brandt has 3 for GR. 22-16 Rebels. Here comes the serve from right to left. It is received on the other side by Kirkpatrick. Here's a shot from the left side, and the Spartans get the point. Back to within 5. 22-17. It went over top of Brubaker. And ended up being Kirkpatrick with another kill for her 4th. This one heading to the back line, but in. Cheville with the attack and kill for GR, making it 23-17. Just hit the line. By the thinnest of margins, a diving serve receive is made. Here's Brandt in the center, kills it down off of Steinmeier, who went for the dig. Kennedy Brandt's hard to slow down, let me tell you that right now. And it is set point GR 24-17. Rebels looking to close it out and take a 1-0 lead over the Spartans. They'll look to do so with Kaylee Larson at the service line. It's received on the other side cleanly by Grundy. Pushed over with one hand by Brubaker. And an attack into the net. C with the error. Grundy stays alive, 24-18. Can they put together a huge rally here to close out this set? 24-18 GR. And Steinmeier to serve. This one heading long, up in the air, and the libero keeps it alive. Free ball over by C. Set to the left, Brubaker, and a diving dig to the left is made. And this one's launched too far out the back after a beautiful dig by Larson, 24-19. And Steinmeier with a maroon libero jersey will serve again. Launches it toward the back line, tapped around, that's a service ace. Steinmeier with the ace, and Grundy remains alive here in set 1. Now trailing 24-20. Here comes another serve by Steinmeier. Set to the left, Brent looking to end it. Able to do so. There's a kill, and GR wins the first set, 25-20. On the 5th kill of the night by Brandt. Set 2 is next on 99 The Wave. GR leads it 1-9. Let's head to set number 2 after Gladbrook-Reinbeck defeated Grundy Center 25-20 in set number 1. John Mowinkle with you here on 99 The Wave. Let's take a look at some of the stat leaders. Leading the way for the Rebels, 5 kills by Kennedy Brandt, Jada Cheville with 3, Leela Thiesing and Bryn Schneider each with 1. Charlie Kirkpatrick has 4 for Grundy Center, Ryan Brubaker has 3, Jenna Blythe has 2, Trinity Jarofsky has 1, and Allison Cock has 1. So set 2 is coming up in just a bit. Spartans were able to trim the deficit down to as little as 3. There's 19-16 at one point in that first set. But the Rebels were able to pull away. They led pretty much the entire set. Underway in set number 2, Brandt pushes it into the blockers, including Brubaker. Up to the left side, and not able to get it back over the nets. It was Cheville running into some traffic. And it is 1-0 Grundy Center. Well, they have a lead, which is something that they have not had too often here so far tonight. 1-0 Spartans. A long serve toward the back line. A swiping serve receive is up in the air. And Grundy Center is going to end up with a service ace from Lauren Zajac. So they lead it now 2-0. Picking up their second service ace of the match. And it's going to be a third. Back-to-back service aces for Grundy Center, and they lead it 3-0 here in set number 2. Heck of a start for the Spartans. 2 service aces by Lauren Zajac. Can she make it a third? And now one hits the line. Another service ace. Back-to-back-to-back. 4-0 Grundy Center. Lauren Zajac is going off the service line. Takes a few dribbles with the ball with 2 hands. 4-0 is the lead. A high arcing serve. Diving serve receive is made. Here's a kill from Brandt in the center. That did look a little sketch. Ayla Bear had to lunge to receive that serve. Brandt is able to put it away once again, though, for the Rebels. And now they'll serve with Kaylee Larson. Leaps and fires. Over the net it goes. Received by Kirkpatrick. Here comes Brubaker, slamming it down from the middle. Angled it to the left after receiving a beautiful set from Zajac. And it is 5-1. And here's another service ace. Holy smokes. This time it comes from Jenna Blythe. Her first of the match, and now the team has 5. 6-1 Spartans. Set to the left, Brandt. Able to squeeze it to the left of the blockers, down through for the kill. Perfect placement that time around. Kennedy Brandt picks up another one. That's kind of what you can come to expect whenever she's at the service or at the left side there and gets a set. 6-2, and a service error into the net by GR. Making it 7-2 Spartans. GR now has 3 service errors and no aces. Steinmeier to serve now for Grundy. From left to right, up in the air to the right side attack. What a shot from C, but it's done by Grundy with Steinmeier tapped out of the center by Brandt. Did just what she needed to do that time around. Man, a beautiful side diving dig by Brandt. Or excuse me, by Steinmeier, and that was actually LEC who was able to record that particular kill. Diving serve receive is made. And almost was a kill by Steinmeier. And now it's going to be a kill at point to GR. That was Leela Thiesing up the middle who ended up getting the point for her second kill of the match. 9-2 is the Grundy Center lead. And here comes a leaping serve by Brandt. Angles right. Zajac was set to the middle. Brubaker flicks it with the right wrist. Left side set. Cheville fires it over. Excuse me, out of Schneider. Punched over by C with the windmilling left hand. Into the blockers. And a point to Grundy Center. A kill for Kirkpatrick. So the score is actually 8-4. They get it scored away on the scoreboard now. Another kill by freshman Charlie Kirkpatrick. She now has 5 of them. So 8-4 is the score in favor of Grundy Center. Here comes Kirkpatrick. Ricocheting around in the ceiling. And GR can't react quick enough. Those can be really tough to adjust to. But Kirkpatrick able to pick up kill number 6. Almost was an ace. Went sideways off the serve receive. Zajac sets up to Rowski. Fires it down to the right. But the dig is made by Cheville. Softly tapped over by Thiesing in the middle of GR. Left side Kirkpatrick able to float it over top the defenders over on the GR right side of the net. And a timeout has been called. Charlie Kirkpatrick up to 7 kills for the match to lead Grundy Center. Spartans 10, Rebels 4. Let's take a timeout here in set number 2. Grundy Center 10, Gladbrook-Reinbeck 4 in set number 2. The Rebels lead at 1-0 after taking set 1, 25-20. Kat Brown will now serve for the Spartans from left to right. Here it comes. Line drive serve. It's Grundy by Cheville. Left side C, and gets the kill. Brown could get the dig. So that's how we come out of the timeout here in set number 2. That was the first timeout that the Rebels used here this evening. 10-5 is the Grundy Center lead. C serves down to the back line. Steinmeier there to keep it in bounds. Kirkpatrick launches it out the back. And now it's 10-6. Actually 10-5. They were having some problems with the score. Now it is 10-6. They got it right now. Kirkpatrick, launching dig made by Brandt. Tapped over the net. Almost could have been a double hit. And a free ball return by Van Wetchel. And this one goes left. Feasing with the attack error on GR. 11-6 Grundy Center. And here comes the serve from Spartans. Up on the left side, Schneider gets the dig after it's blocked back. And Brandt pushes it over the middle. That's the Gladbrook-Reinbeck kill, her 8th. That is the game high for either team. And GR will serve here with Schneider. It comes over the net. It lands for the service there. That's the 4th one of those committed by GR in the match. Still no aces. Meanwhile, Grundy Center has 5 aces and 2 service errors. So Jurovsky will serve. Outside set. Cheville through the blockers. That's the kill. She's got 4 kills in the match. Second highest for GR. Kennedy Brandt leads with 8. Brandt averaging 4 kills per set so far. 12-8 is the Grundy Center lead. Allison Cox sets to the left. Swinging into the blockers is Blythe. She'll get another shot. This time able to put it down through Brandt. Jenna Blythe coming on strong here as this match has gone along. It'll be Zajac back to serve. Last time she served, she recorded back-to-back-to-back aces. See if she can do it again. Not this time. And here's a kill left side by Cheville of GR. To make 13-9. Wasn't really a set, more just a pass. That's kill number 5 tonight by Cheville. Blythe looks into the blockers and kills it. Nice. 14-9. Jenna Blythe once again. She's now got 4 kills. Second highest on the team right now for the Spartans. Here comes Brandt over top the block. Brubaker steps to the back line, but done by Boyer. And to the right side, it's C. There's the call. It's going to be a Grundy Center point. And tough call over there on the far side. But it is 15-9. And Lori Willis understands that she may have just gotten away with one right there. 59 Spartans. What a dig made by Blythe. But it's going to end up as a kill for GR. Set to LEC. Left-handed attack in the center. And she gets another kill, her 3rd of the match. 15-10. Spartans lead the Rebels. And here comes a serve by Cheville. Zajac set for Brubaker, this is a competitive set. Spartans raced out to a big lead early. Another point to the Rebels. This time it goes to Brent Snyder with a kill. Trigger a Lori Willis timeout. Grundy Center 15, Gladbrook-Reinbeck 13. We'll step aside as well. Grundy Center 15, Gladbrook-Reinbeck 13 in set 2. The Rebels lead at 1 set to none after they took the opener 25-20. The Spartans have led the entire way here in this one. By as many as 7-2 very early in the set. The Rebels have made something out of it here. Brubaker to the back line and in. As the Spartans can continue to get her going. They'll go a long way to their success, I would have to imagine. If you figure out how to make a 6'7" player be as effective as possible. Just like that right there. Right up in the center. It was coming over the net. And she's able to just leap up ever so slightly and meet it and smack it down for the kill. 17-13 Spartans. Brubaker. It's not the point of the GR. At 17-14. Tapped over by Bryant. Kill number 9 for her. And she serves now. It's the pace. Straight to the feet of Jordan Van Wetchel. 17-15. And believe it or not, that was the first service ace by GR. And Brand serves again. This one has an angle to it. She set it up left. Tapped over the net by Kirkpatrick. Up on the left side, not really an attack. Turned the other way, Schneider. Bumped up in the air by Pete to get the net. And a swing by Steve. Dug in the back line, Grundy. Over the net, Kirkpatrick. Free ball. It was by Larson. Back row dig by Steinhardt. Launched out by GR. Now Schneider to the back line. Van Wetchel keeps it in bounds. And free ball return by Kirkpatrick. There's going to be a shout. And Brubaker wins it. So simple. 6'7". They actually changed her height to 6'8". So we'll give it to another inch. 18-15. Spartans have the lead. Another kill by Ryan Brubaker, putting her up to 6 for the match. Including 3 here in the set. Tackle up right side from GR. Puts it in the net. 19-15 Spartans. 6 points away from tying up the match at 1-1. Brown serves. Just over the net. Right side attacks. Back line. Right against the net. Staged up by Brown. Kirkpatrick over top of the defenders. And a high arcing shot. Will lead the point. 20-15 Spartans. Wait by Kirkpatrick. Timeout at the ball. Grundy Center 20, Gladbrook-Reinbeck 15. Number 2. State. Spartans lead it 2 to 15 on their largest leads. Steinmeier, nice dig along the side. And this time it's here by third Patrick. Point to Gianna. The ball for this. 22-16. Still a little bit of breathing room though. Spartans. Steinmeier to the serve. Sack just over Jarosky. From out of bounds, it's safe. And a point to Grundy. Hits the ball in PR. Before the Seville. 23-16. Spartans will have it off. 4 points. And service there by Patrick. Now the service there. 6-8. 3-17. Still Steinmeier receives. Jarosky to the back. Too far out. 23-18. Give up so much. Long serve. Still 2-1 is the Grundy Center lead here in set number 3, tied at 1-1. Newcomer into the game for Grundy Center. We'll get that momentarily, but the Spartans get a block up the left side. Brubaker. Lydia Hook, a senior outside hitter, has checked in. Jordan Van Wetchel is back in as well. Kirkpatrick, Brubaker, Jarofsky, and Zajac. The others are on the court right now for Grundy Center. Might have been a net violation. They didn't call anything, and now it's going to be an attack error into the net by Cheville. And it's 4-1 Spartans. Steinmeier will serve. Over the net it comes. And that's an ace. Raylan Steinmeier, ace number 2 for her. Team's 9th. Diving serve receive was made by GR with Boyer. Not able to keep it alive. 5-1 Spartans in set 3. In the middle, it's tapped over. C of the Rebels. Brubaker into a solo block. A return back to the other side. It'll be a GR points. 5-2. Spartans in front. Cheville is heading back to serve. Sends it from right to left. An arcing serve over the net. Kirkpatrick there for the serve receive. She swings too far out the back. Oh, it is a point to the Spartans. They say it was tipped. They say that it was tipped by Boyer, who lunged left. And Kirkpatrick picks up kill number 9 after a massive swing for the freshman outside hitter. 6-2 Spartans. Brown serves. Angles left. Set up in the net. C swings down towards Steinmeier. A diving save made by Van Wetchel. And free ball returned back the other way. Here's Brandt in the center through the blockers for a kill. And man, that was a great point though. LEC able to finish it off in the check. That Brandt in the middle able to finish it off for her game high 11th kill. 6-3 Spartans. Brandt serves. Line drive goes over the net. Van Wetchel there to receive it. From the left side, Kirkpatrick. The dig is made by GR Schneider. Spartans again. Two-hand tap over by Allison Koch. Steinmeier with a diving dig. But it's returned too far to the left, and the Rebels get the point. It's 6-4 Spartans. Brandt continues to serve. Diving serve receive. Kept alive underneath the net by Brown. Heck of a save there. Schneider into the blockers, and the Spartans get the points. Jarofsky and Allison Koch rise up left side, right side that is, and put the Spartans up 7-4. Kirkpatrick to serve. It's received by Brandt. Flying out of bounds is Larson to try to keep it in. Up on the right side, the dig is made by Brandt back row. Schneider arcs it over the net. Received by Steinmeier. Left side Blythe, boom! Jenna Blythe cannot be stopped right now. She's got 6 kills. Beautiful set from Brown to the left. Placed it down nearly parallel to the sideline. 8-4 Spartans. We had the same score back in set 2 as well. Serve is received by Cheville. From the middle, C smacks it down for the points. GR. Four kills by LEC so far. And a short serve is returnable for Grundy. And a swing into the net by Schneider. 9-5 is the Grundy Center lead, and here comes Trinity Jurovsky. Just gets over the net on the serve from left to right. From the center, it's Brandt. Back row dig made by Kirkpatrick. They set it middle. Brandt leaps up, kind of like a deer frolicking. Blythe to the back row, but the dig is made by GR. C to the back line, dug by Brown. Lofted up by Hook. Over the net it comes. Now GR with a shot. Left side, too far long. And Schneider sends it out toward the corner. 10-5 Spartans. And Jurovsky will serve. Over the net. Tapped over left side Schneider. Hook sets up Blythe. Hit the net on its way over. Dig was made by C and a two-hand push back to the other side. Blythe again. Gets through some defenders. Now Thiesing in the middle. They set up for the block. And Blythe could not quite get the kill. A fantastic dig was made by Cheville to keep the play alive. Allison Koch hits Doug on the other side. Again by GR with Cheville. Punched over by Blythe. Lands out of bounds. GR gets the points. 10-6. A long rally goes the way of the Rebels. And Schneider now to serve. And now the down ref talking to the scorers table. Now we're going to get a towel out on the court. And the Rebels will take a moment here with LEC to wipe up some moisture. So again, the Spartans will return to action on Saturday at a tournament at North Tama. They go to that one pretty much every year. So here we go. It's a serve that goes long. Steinmeier keeps it in bounds. Left side attack by Hook. Doug on the other side by Schneider. Two players dive after it, but none can get it. GR gets the points. And it's now 10-7 Spartans. A soft kill that time by LEC, but it works out for the point. She's now got 5. Grundy Center able to answer, though. Fantastic shot from the middle. I think that was Blythe again. Couldn't see exactly who that was around the ref. But 11-7 is the Spartan lead. Diving serve receive is made, and that's going to be an ace. Bear the libero took a dive. The serve receive then went over the net, landed out of bounds for a Grundy Center point, and Lauren Zajac has her 4th service ace of the match. Up on the right side, Thiesing down through the blockers gets the points. Leela Thiesing. It had been a while since she had recorded a kill, but gets one right there. Now Boyer will head back to serve for the Rebels. Grundy leads at 12-8 in what's been a competitive third set. We are tied up at 1 set apiece. Brubaker from the middle. Big tapped around. And it's going to be 4 hits on GR. 13-8. Blythe, the sophomore outside hitter, serves. It's received on the other side by Bear. Hook shot in the middle by Brandt. Goes up and rejects. Brubaker. (13-9) solo block by Kennedy Brandt. Standing at 6 foot even. Spartans avoid the ace. One-handed tap over by Hook and unreturnable by GR. (14-9) Grundy Center looking to pull away in set number 3. A set to Brandt left side. Dug in the back row, Van Wetchel. Steinmeier saves it from going out of bounds. And a free ball from the center by Zajac. Punch to the left by Brandt. In play for Grundy. And a hook shot over on the far side by Kirkpatrick, and it goes under the net. Spartans will get the point. They lead at 15-9. Steinmeier serves, received by Cheville. From the center at C, Steinmeier dives, tries to keep it in the air, but can't. 15-10, C with a kill. Spartans still have the lead. LEC picks up her 6th for the Rebels. They're led by Kennedy Brandt, however, with 11 of them. C is in second. Charlie Kirkpatrick leads the Spartans with 9. And she sends it down over top the blockers again and gets another kill. She's into double figures with 10. Timeout, GR. Grundy Center 16, Gladbrook-Reinbeck 10. Will step aside as well on 99 The Wave. Grundy Center 16, Gladbrook-Reinbeck 10 in set number 3. We are tied at 1-1. The Rebels took the first set 25-20. The Spartans took the second set 25-18. In the latest installment in one of Iowa's great rivalries. C fires it over on the right side. Jurovsky lunges and keeps it in bounds. Now set to the left, Schneider along the line and out. Points Grundy Center. 17-10 Spartans have the lead. 8 points away from a 2-1 lead in this match. Another serve by Brown. Up to the right side, C. Someone hit the net, and that is a point to GR. Yeah, a pretty clear net violation committed by Grundy Center that time. Over on the far side. 17-11. Left side set. And a point to Grundy. It was Kirkpatrick up on the left side. It was tipped by GR. Kirkpatrick now with 11 kills. 18-11 Spartans. 7 points from a 2-1 lead. Brandt rises up, launches it down in the center. Tough to slow her down. That's her 12th kill of the match. So the Rebels will serve with C. Goes way too long. That was a no-doubter. 5 service errors by the Rebels, only 1 ace. And here comes Jurovsky now to serve. Set to the left. And it's going to be a kill for the Rebels from the left side, Schneider. 19-13. Spartans with a lead, make it 19-14. Allison Cox swings it into the net. There's nothing you can do about that. (19-14). This thing has gotten closer than Grundy Center would certainly like it to be. Brandt fires it into the net, however. 20-14 Spartans. They're 5 points away from a 2-1 lead. So here we go. 20-14, the Rebels can't return it. 21-14, Spartans are 4 points away. Four points away from a 2-1 lead. And here comes Zajac, serving it. Playable for Bear on the other side. Brubaker and Hook combined for a block. Now Brubaker kills it. Holy smokes. And the opponents are left wondering, what are you supposed to do about that? 22-14, the Spartans have pulled away and look to be in good shape to win this set. Looking to make it the most lopsided set of the night. What a dig made by on the other side by Steinmeier. Holy cow. Cheville to the back line. Dig is made by Kirkpatrick. Brubaker. A two-hand dig is made again by Bear, the libero of GR. And they get it over top of Brubaker for the GR points. (22-15). It was a dump over by Larson for her first kill. Rebels setter gets it done offensively. Hits the net on its way over, but cleanly played by Hook. Brubaker smacks it down to the back line. Spartans back in front by 8. Brubaker now has 9 kills. 23-15. And a point to Brant. Waiting up there in the center for her 13th kill, 23-16. Just 2 more points for the Spartans. Hits the net on its way over for an ace. 23-17. Larson picks up her first ace and the team's second. Brubaker gets it through the blockers. And an attack error by Brant, out of bounds. And now it's set point for the Spartans, 24-17. Looking to finish this off right now. And here comes the serve by Steinmeier. Up to the right side, Jarofsky, a big time attack to finish it off. (25-17), Jarofsky, arguably the biggest swing of the night. And the Spartans lead at 2-1. Let's head to set 4 next. We head to set 4 with Grundy Center leading Gladbrook-Reinbeck 2-1, and we are underway. The Spartans have a chance to close it out, and Brubaker rises up for the solo block in the middle. 1-0 Spartans. A little bit of a slow start for Grundy Center, falling in the first set, but winning the last 2. So here comes Zajac to serve. And here's a joust to point 2. Grundy Center. All right, so a ricochet around the net, and the Spartans end up winning it as the Rebels push it toward the sideline and out of bounds. By the way, Brubaker moments ago picked up her 10th kill of the match into double figures. Here's a joust. Brubaker launches it high. Blythe into the blockers. Brubaker will have it all alone in the middle. Playable for GR. Brandt taps it over and gets the point for GR. Over on the right side of the court, the Spartans could not get there on time. Brandt now has a game high 14 kills. Two to 1 Grundy Center. And a point by Kennedy Brandt. Once again, rising up in the middle, slamming it down to tie the game. 15 kills for her so far, including a couple to get rolling here in this 4th set. 2-2 tie. And Brubaker punches it down the point for a 3-2 lead. Right up there in the center, she's now tied with Charlie Kirkpatrick for the team high with 11 kills. Both teams will be back in action on Saturday at a tournament hosted by North Tama. And that's one of the tournaments that Spartan coach Laurie Willis always looks forward to. Great competition. And here's a left side attack and a point for Kirkpatrick once again. Back with a team lead of 12 kills in the match. As of now, that averages out to 3 kills per set. 4-2 Spartans. And the Rebels push it down just barely in bounds over on the near side here for Grundy Center. 4-3. Spartans by 1. Up to the left side. Kirkpatrick able to squeeze it through the blockers. Return back the other way, and a point for Schneider. Popped up high in the air. A push over with the right hand by Schneider. Just a little too high for Zajac to control it. We're tied at 4. Here's Brubaker in the center, kills it once again. Larson had no shot to get the dig that time. Brubaker, 12 kills. 6'8". Getting looked at by some college programs, as you would expect, and a service ace. Unreturnable by GR. Steinmeier will try again. "11 service aces by the Spartans in the match. Here comes Brandt in the center, just down in front of Steinmeier. Some fantastic play on each side of the court. Right now, Kennedy Brandt putting together a case for possibly the best individual match despite her team being behind on the scoreboard. Brubaker rises up, and she's making a name for herself in this one as well. Now a team high 13 kills. The angles that she's able to make from way up there can definitely throw teams off. Schneider fires it over, dug by Steinmeier. Set to the right side, punched over by Jurovsky. Now up to the left, Schneider over top of Brown, and Schneider gets the Rebel kill. Seven to 6. Spartans have the 1-point lead here in set 4. A set win would win the match. And GR will not be able to return it. And the ball knocks over someone's iPad. It's only a matter of time before one of those things gets hit. Just set up out there in the open. 8 to 6. Grundy Center has the lead. Back to serve right now, Charlie Kirkpatrick. One service ace for her. One service error as well. Schneider dug by Steinmeier up into the rafters. Doesn't hit him though. Sailed up between them. Free ball returned by Jarofsky. Dump over the net by the setter Larson. Now Blythe left side. Dug by C. Larson the set. Here comes Brandt from the center. Diving dig Steinmeier. Soft tap over to Allison Koch. And on the left side, Schneider. Spartans went for the block with Allison Koch. And Jarofsky as well. Could not combine to get it. Leila Thiessen gets the point that time for GR. Fourth kill for her, 8-7 Spartans. Steinmeier receives the serve back row. What a smack by Jarofsky, met right there by the blockers of the Rebels. Blythe with a big time swing on the left. They can get it done from everywhere on the court, let me tell you that right now. 9-7 Spartans. Jenna Blythe definitely has some power up there on the left side. As you would expect, a big crowd for this particular matchup. And Jarofsky serves it too far left out of bounds. And a service error. First service error in a long time committed by the Spartans. Last one, I believe, was the second set. Still in front by one is Grundy Center, 9-8. And here comes Blythe in the center, but a dig is made miraculously by C. Left side Blythe, over top the two blockers. Blythe pushes it over with two hands left side. Out to the back line on a big swing by Cheville. Blythe returns. Brandt. It was off of her elbow. They might rule that. They're going to rule it 4 hits. Didn't clear the net apparently, so 10-8. Grundy Center ends up with a point that time around. And here comes Zajac to serve. Brandt with a left side set. Off of Brubaker's back. Could have been a double hit, but it somehow kept alive. I think it was Cook that kept it alive. What in the world? It bounced off of Brubaker's back. I couldn't quite see it behind the ref. After all that, GR ends up getting the points, and Larson will head back to serve. Arcs it over the net and angles left. Zajac to the center, Brubaker. And Brandt couldn't get the solo block. Brubaker gets the kill, her 14th of the night. 11-9 Grundy Center. Looking to win the set and put away the match. Went 1-1 against GR last year. Brubaker rises up, meets the ball on the return, and dumps it down for the points. Leaped up, met that thing with two hands, and is now tied for the game lead with 15 kills with Kennedy Brandt. 12-9 Spartans. Zajac sets it left. Kirkpatrick through some defenders. Brandt. And an immediate dig by Hook right up against the net. And a solo block by Brandt. On the return by Blythe. That was impressive. right there. There was no one else up against the net for GR, but Brandt was able to smack it down and keep GR within 2. 12-10 Spartans. Zajac sets up Kirkpatrick. Now Brandt with a set to C. What a dig by Steinmeier. Up into the rafters. And couldn't be returned by Kirkpatrick. GR is hanging around. It's now a 1-point Spartan lead. Here comes the serve by Cheville. Brubaker flicks it over from the center, angles right. Brandt with a soft tap. Brubaker a soft tap to return it. Here comes a big time swing and a point to GR. Lands out of bounds, must have been tipped by Grundy. Great attack on the right side by LEC. She's now got 7 kills. We are tied at 12. Here in set 4. Rebels looking to force set 5. We're going to switch out the ball here. So they'll throw in a new one. Not sure what was wrong with it. The serve playable in the back line. Tapped over and met by Brandt. Gets another solo block. And now GR leads 13-12. If they win this set, we will head to set 5. And at that point, it would be the first of 15. But a service error too long by Cheville. That ties us up at 13. Now 6 service errors by GR. Larson behind the back set. Brandt, what a shot. 14-13 GR. Normally attacks from the left, but did the damage on the right side that time for her 18th kill, and now she picks up an ace. 15-13 Rebels. And we got a timeout called by Lori Willis in Grundy Center. Gladbrook-Reinbeck 15, Grundy Center 13 here in set number 4. Gladbrook-Reinbeck 15, Grundy Center 13. We're in set number 4. Grundy Center leads at 2-1. And looking to close it out, but the Rebels are looking to force set 5. Brandt serves after she just had an ace to put the Rebels up 2. Here's Brubaker rising up, smacking it down for her 16th kill. I believe that is going to be a season high for Brubaker. (15-14). Rebels still in front. They set it up right C into the solo block of Kirkpatrick. Gets the point for the Spartans. And we are tied at 15. Now it's Brown to serve. Set to the left, here comes Kirkpatrick, kept alive at the net by Thiesing. Brandt taps it over on a hook shot, gets the kill. GR wants set 5. They lead at 16-15. A hard serve from C. Here comes a set to the middle. Into the solo block. It actually might have hit the net, I think. Allison Kalk was right there to meet Kennedy Brandt for the rejection, and we are tied at 16. Kirkpatrick serves, received by Cheville. Right side C, gets the kill. Set 5 is seeming more and more likely as we go along here. 17-16 Rebels here in set 4. And a quick moment for Kat Brown to wipe up some moisture off the floor. Long serve received by Steinmeier, back row. Blythe launches it over. And a swing into the net here by Cheville. Brubaker had a career-high 19 kills last year against Gladbrook-Reinbeck on Tuesday, September 24th, in a 3-1 Spartan victory. We're tied at 17 here right now. And make it 18-17 Grundy Center. Thiesing puts it in the net. And right now, unofficially, Brubaker has 16 kills. So still a chance for a career high. She'll have to pick up the pace a little bit. Jarofsky serves it over the net. It hit the ceiling and came screaming back down. GR returns it over the net, but it lands out of bounds. 19-17 Spartans. Six points away from a backdoor sweep. And this serve hits the line. That is an ace for Trinity Jarofsky. 20-17 Spartans. And a timeout has been called by the Rebels. The Spartans have just recorded their 12th service ace of the match. And that is always a key to victory for any team. 20-17, Spartans lead the Rebels here in set 4. Grundy Center 20, Gladbrook-Reinbeck 17 in set 4. The Spartans are 5 points away from a 3-1 victory here in the NICL West opener against Gladbrook-Reinbeck. Spartans serve. A sidewinder off the serve receive. Set to the left, Blythe gets it through the blockers. Playable for GR. And a swing into the net here by Cheville. 21-17 Spartans. Four points away from closing it out. Jarofsky to serve. A hard serve is playable on the other side by Thiesing. Being tapped around, a pancake dig by Blythe keeps it alive. Left side Cheville lands out of bounds. Point to the Spartans, 22-17. And another timeout has been called by GR. 22-17. Is the Grundy Center lead 3 points away? We'll keep it here for this timeout. And run you through some statistics. Ryan Brubaker, 16 kills for Grundy Center so far. Inching toward that career high of 19. Charlie Kirkpatrick, what a night she has had with 12 kills. Jenna Blythe, 8. Trinity Jarofsky, 2. Allison Kalk with 2. So the Spartans are certainly getting production from maybe some less expected people, particularly Kirkpatrick, had come in with 12 kills in the prior 3 matches and now has 12 unofficially tonight. Meanwhile, Kennedy Brandt, 19 kills. You know what you're going to get from her. She came in with 30 kills from the previous 3 matches. LEC with 8, Jada Cheville 5, Bryn Schneider 5, Leila Thiesing with 4, and Kaylee Larson with 1. So here we go, 22-17. Spartans have the lead. No more timeouts by GR. 3 points away from a victory is Grundy Center. And a dump over the net by the setter Larson. Grundy was right there to react. Larson with a set to Brandt, and she gets the kill, making it 22-18. Here comes the Rebels serve. Blythe puts it into the blockers. There's Kennedy Brandt right up there again, 22-19. Larson there to assist as well. And this thing is far from over. A 3-point deficit is nothing. High set left, Blythe. Down through the blockers, and they blow the whistle. Boyer went to dive from the back row looking for the pancake, but they blew the whistle. The play was dead. And the Spartans may have gotten a little lucky. 23-19. And here's the best server of the night, Lauren Zajac, but she serves it too far long out of bounds. She had 4 aces on the night, and she just recorded her first service there. Team now has 12 aces, 5 service errors. 23-20 Grundy Center. Brubaker, but it's rejected by Brandt. A solo block by Kennedy Brandt rejects Brubaker. 23-21. Rebels want set 5. Blythe puts it out of bounds. It is a 1-point game, 23-22. Timeout called by the Spartans. Grundy Center is 2 points away from a victory, but the Rebels are 3 points away from set 5. Grundy Center 23, Gladbrook-Reinbeck 22 in set 4. Spartans lead it 2-1. Lost the first set, 1 sets 2 and 3. And a service ace for Gladbrook-Reinbeck. This time, it's from Kaylee Larson. Angle to the right, just hit the line. The Spartans had no idea that was coming. And now we are tied at 23. Anyone's set. Here comes another serve. This one goes long. Where's the ruling? That's an ace for GR. And now it is set point for the Rebels. Set point now for Gladbrook-Reinbeck. The Spartans need to regroup. Here comes another serve by Larson. Up into the air, Brubaker launches it too far out the back. And we are going to set 5. Gladbrook-Reinbeck 25, Grundy Center 23. Set 5 is next on 99 The Wave. Let's head to set 5. Grundy Center and Gladbrook-Reinbeck are tied at 2-2. The Rebels scored 6 straight points to win set 4, 25-23. Spartans led it 23-19, but now we are going to the 5th. First to 15 will win it. And you gotta win by 2. 20 kills by Kennedy Brandt, and she was a big reason that the Rebels came back in that 4th set. Ryan Brubaker, 16 to lead the Spartans. And here we go, Grundy Center will serve to get it rolling. Serving from left to right, they'll start with Lauren Zajac. Serve is received by Bear. Up to the left side, it's gonna be free ball tapped over by Chaville. Here comes Brubaker rising up in the middle and smacking it down for the Spartan points. So a 1-0 lead here for Grundy Center in set number 5. These are the moments that you train for. And this is also the first time in the Bound era that these teams have reached 5 sets against each other. Blythe up on the left side over top the blockers. Dug by Bear. Down for it, almost was a kill by Chaville, but returned by the Spartans. After a hot shot, and now Brandt sends it wide to the left. Out of bounds, and the Spartans lead at 2-0. You'll probably see both teams use both timeouts here in set 5. Make sure everything's all squared away the best it can be. 2-0 Spartans right now in the 5th set. And this serve sails too long. Zajac with her 2nd service error, team 6th to 12 aces for the team. 2-1, Grundy Center. This serve might have been going long. Steinmeier keeps it in. Brubaker dug up into the ceiling. Here comes a left side attack by C. Taps it softly. Playable for Blythe. And now Brubaker meets it on the return and slams it down. 18 kills unofficially. That's 1 shy of a career high. 3-1 Spartans. First to 15 wins. You got to win by 2. Larson sets up Brandt. Gets it through the blockers. Diving dig is made by Blythe. Left side, Kirkpatrick. Blocked at the net by Brandt. 3-2 Spartans. The libero Bear heads to the bench for GR. C. Chaville. Schneider. Let's see who the others are on the floor for GR. Brandt looks to get a block, and she does. And we're tied at 3. Boyer's on the court as well, and so is Larson. Let's see, who's the one other? They got their backs pointed away from me right now, can't quite see. Here comes Brubaker up in the center. Gets the kill for the Spartans, making it 4-3 from that middle hitter position. If my count is right, that does tie a career high with 19 kills. We'll check with Lori Willis after to make sure. 4-3 Spartans. Here comes a service ace. Raylan Steinmeier with a service ace. On the short serve, her 4th of the match. 5-3 Grundy Center. Being tapped around, lifted back over the net by Schneider. On the right side, Jarofsky puts it just in bounds. 6-3 Grundy Center, Trinity Jarofsky. Got the set from the middle, went there to slam it. And no Rebels in the area. Steinmeier continues to serve. Spartans lead at 6-3. Nearly went out of bounds off the serve receive. Diving dig by Steinmeier. It's going to be a whistle and an over-the-net violation against Grundy Center. Could have possibly ruled a double on Brubaker or even on Zajac. And now Zajac is getting an explanation from the up referee. The official call was over the net on Grundy Center. So that makes it 6-4 Spartans. Thiesing returns to the GR lineup, replacing Boyer. Brandt now serves for the Rebels. Zajac behind the back set. Brubaker bounces off the blockers. Rebels have a chance. Schneider left side. It gets through the Spartan blockers. They set up Kirkpatrick, dug by Brandt. Now Brandt rises up, and Brubaker got away with going over the net. Brubaker in the center, smacks it. What a dig made in the back row by Brandt. Schneider left side, it's dug by Zajac. It's a joust. Brubaker lifts it up over. C toward the back line, it's dug by Van Wetchel. Up on the left, Kirkpatrick, it's a joust. Kept alive by Brubaker. Returned on the free ball by Steinmeier. Set to the right, C launches it long. Kept inbounds by Grundy. It hits the ceiling and it's down for a GR point. Six to 5 Rebels after a long rally. Or excuse me, 6 to 5 Spartans. Rebels get the point. Brandt serves, received by Van Wetchel. Lofted up to the left. Kirkpatrick into the blockers and kept alive. It's free ball back. Brandt with a dig on the run. And it's going to be a point to GR. Schneider gets the kill past Brubaker. And that ties us up at 6. 6 to 6 tie in set 5. An amazing match between two of the best teams in the state of Iowa. Brubaker rises up in the middle, launches it to the back row where no one could get to it. She is heating up, and the Spartans lead it by 1, 7 to 6. Could she be the X factor that the Spartans need here in set 5? Unofficially her 20th kill. High arcing serve from Brown behind the back set. Right side C. Brown, what a dig. It's returned to the other side. Kirkpatrick. Left side, too far long. Was it tipped? No, it was not. A point to Grundy Center. It's now 8-6. Brown will serve. It's an ace. Cat Brown with the ace. Chevelle couldn't control it. It just went straight back to the net. A service ace when they need it the most. And GR has called timeout. Grundy Center 9, Gladbrook-Reinbeck 6 in set 5. We're in set 5. It's Grundy Center 9, Gladbrook-Reinbeck 6. The first time in the Bound era that these teams have gone to set 5. They went to set 4 a few times over the years. This dates back to the 2007 season. So the first time since then that these teams are playing set 5. Spartans are 6 points away from the victory, and a service error by Brown. Just had the ace, follows it up with an error. Now for the team, it's 14 aces, 7 service errors. Spartans lead 9-7. Long serve playable for Van Wetchel. Left side attack from Kirkpatrick. Launched back towards Steinmeier. She gets the dig. Left side Kirkpatrick again, and the dig is made by Brandt. Dumped over the net by Larson, the setter of GR. Brown behind the back set to Jurovsky, launches it out the back. Two straight points here by the Rebels. It is 9-8 out of the timeout. Served by C, received by Steinmeier. Brown sets it left to Jurovsky. Arcs it over the net, and a diving dig is made by C. And it's punched over the net, and the kill is made by Schneider. And we are tied at 9. And now Grundy Center has called a timeout. 9-9 tie. Spartans and Rebels in set 5. Grundy Center and Gladbrook-Reinbeck are tied at 9 in set 5. Grundy Center won sets 2 and 3. Gladbrook-Reinbeck won sets 1 and 4. In fact, in set 4, Grundy led 23-19, but GR scored 6 straight to win it. Brown sets it right and put it into the net by Kirkpatrick. And the Rebels lead at 10-9. This is going to be a tough one to swallow for Grundy Center if they can't finish it off. Especially after the lead like that in set 4. And the lead they've held here in set 5. Here's a much needed point by the Spartans. Left side attack from Kirkpatrick. Ties us up at 10. 13 kills by Kirkpatrick. And she'll serve now. Angles right, almost went out of bounds. It's a joust. And the point goes to Grundy Center. Net violation on the Rebels. And the Spartans lead 11-10. Here comes a serve into the net by Kirkpatrick. And we are tied at 11. Rebels serve. Angles right, almost went out. Brown sets it up, Jurovsky angles it over the net, punch toward the back line, a diving save is made by Brandt, and the free ball returned by C. Up to the left side, Blythe. What a dig made on the other side by C, pushed over with 2 hands. Brown set left, Blythe looks to put it away, and she does. It was a perfect set from the center. Jenna Blythe loaded up and slammed it down to the back line. 12-11 Spartans. 3 points away from the victory. Jurovsky to serve. Server Steve is swiped to the right. Punched over top of the blockers by Cheville of GR. Behind the back set. Right side attack, it's Hook. Back in off the bench. And a kill is made by GR. Jurovsky not quite able to make the dig. It was just a soft tap over by Cheville. Enough for the Rebel points, and we're tied at 12 in set 5. Here comes the serve. Oh, it was going long. Steinmeier keeps it in. Blythe to the back line. The dig is made by Boyer. Pushed over by Brandt. Brown keeps it alive. Here comes Allison Koch right in the middle. Firing it down for the kill, and it's 13-12. Ricocheted off the blockers. Beautiful placement. And it's 13-12 Grundy Center. 2 points away from winning it. Zajac to serve. Just over the net. Joust at the net. Playable for GR. Up to the left side now. Blocked by Brubaker. And now it is match point for the Spartans at 14-12. A timeout has been called by Gladbrook-Reinbeck. We'll keep it here for this one, though. Brubaker now unofficially with 21 kills, which would be a team high, or a career high. And for her previous career high, it was 19 set last year, also against Gladbrook-Reinbeck. That was in a 4-setter. This one's a 5-setter, of course. So let's reset things here. Grundy Center won sets 2 and 3. GR won sets 1 and 4. And in fact, the Rebels scored 6 straight points to win set 4 after it was 23-19 Spartans. But now it's 14-12 Grundy Center here in set 5. And a chance to finish it off right now at match points. Zajac to serve. Over the net it comes. Up in the air. It's going to be a tough return. Free ball back by C. Rebels run back to position. Brubaker into the blockers and return back. Branch in the center puts it down for the points. 14-13. Kennedy Brandt now with 21 kills, keeping it interesting. Still match point for the Spartans. But if the Rebels score, we'll go to bonus points. Here comes the serve. Received by Steinmeier. They set it up left, put it in the net. We are tied at 14. And another timeout has been called. All 4 timeouts of the set have been burned. So here we go. We're going to bonus points in set 5. 14-14 is the score. And now it's a matter of which team can dig the deepest. Holy cow, just about everything you could ask for between these NICL West rivals. Rebels are done with their timeout already. And they will have the serve. So in a way, it kind of puts the pressure on them to make sure that the serve isn't missed. So here we go. It'll be Kaylee Larson to serve. 2 aces for her so far tonight. The serve receive goes up against the net. We got a whistle and a point to GR. Over the net against Grundy Center. And now it is set point and match point for the Rebels. Grundy led it 14-12. Now 3 straight points by GR. Over the net it comes. Zajac with a set left side. Into the blockers, Blythe. It's going to have to be free ball back. And it is by Brubaker. Being tapped around, the Spartans get the point. 15-15. A prayer is answered, and it's Brubaker able to get the return. Blythe serves. Here's a setup high left side, Brandt. Almost got the kill. Brubaker returns, hits the line, and lands in bounds. Behind the back. Just where it needed to be. And it's 16-15 Spartans match point again. Blythe to serve, too far long, service error. We're tied at 16. Ninth service error by the Spartans. Coming back to haunt them here in this 5th set. Rebels serve, tied at 16 in set 5. Brubaker gets the kill from the middle. (17-16) Spartans match point again here in set 5. Steinmeier to serve. Playable for GR. Larson behind the back set. Brandt hits the top of the blockers. Kirkpatrick keeps it alive. It's free ball back. Larson the dig. Set up right. Here comes LEC. Met by the blockers, including Brubaker. Up to the left side. Kirkpatrick to the back line. And that is a Grundy Center victory. Boyer couldn't get the dig, and the Spartans win it in epic fashion. 18-16 in set number 5. Post-game coverage is next. What an epic match. It goes the way of Grundy Center, 18-16 in set number 5 for the 3-2 victory. The Spartans fell behind 1-0 after the first set. One sets 2 and 3, and then had a lead slip away in set 4. They led 23-19. GR scored 6 straight to come back and win it. Had match point at 14-12 in set 5. All of a sudden, GR comes back. They had match point once, but then 18-16 was the final score, as the Spartans were ultimately able to score 3 straight after it was 16-15 in favor of GR. Taking a look at the stats. Unofficial numbers. Ryan Brubaker, a career high 23 kills. Charlie Kirkpatrick in her freshman season, a career high 14. Jenna Blythe, 9. Trinity Jarowski, 3. Allison Koch with 3. Kennedy Brandt led GR with 21. LEC had 8. Bryn Schneider, 7. Jada Chaville, 6. Leela Thiesing, 4. And Kaylee Larson with 1. GR is now 2-1. Their next action will be at a tournament in North Tama on Saturday. That's where Grundy Center will also compete next. They are now 4-0. Spartans ranked number 5 in 2A. Rebels number 10 in 1A. This was the first time in the Bound era that these teams went to a 5th set. More post-game coverage is coming up next. All right, you got me in that?
Mm-hmm.
All right. It's continuing coverage of Grundy Center Volleyball on 99 The Wave. The Spartans win it 3-2 over Gladbrook-Reinbeck, including 18-16 here in set number 5. Joining me right now is Spartan head coach Lori Willis. And Lori, what's going through your mind right now after this amazing battle? Two great teams. You know, you guys had the lead there, almost had a chance to win it 15-12. They come back. Just a crazy match. But what can you say about this one being able to finish it out in the fashion you did?
Well, first of all, I'm just super grateful that we were able to come out with a win. That was a really good battle. It was a battle of some, two really good two each team had really good hitters, and then each team had complementary hitters to go along with it. And it was about their serve and pass game. I'm glad that we won that because, that helps us obviously win the match. But just super grateful because that was a heck of a battle.
Heck of a battle indeed. And speaking of the serving and passing, you guys ended up with 14 service aces to 9 service errors. A few of those errors down toward the end, I'm like, man, hopefully they don't come back to haunt you guys. But if you could describe that aspect of the game and how that was so crucial, especially Lauren Zajac and Raylan Steinmeier, each with 4 aces here tonight.
Yeah, and they are really good servers for us. Lauren's a first server for a reason because it's good. And, we did miss some serves at some crucial moments. So it's early in the season. Hopefully we learn from it and we become more veteran players when we're exposed to that situation again, because this match is going to help us sometime throughout the season and most likely in the postseason as well. So we know that our serve is our superpower and that we just keep riding that storm.
So in set 4, you guys were leading 23-19. Unfortunately, you give up 6 straight points, and GR is able to win it there in a pretty crazy fashion. What was kind of your take on that end of set 4? Where did things kind of go wrong, and what was the conversation following to make sure that was kind of corrected going into set 5 when it was looking like you guys were going to be able to close it out in 4 at that point?
Sure. It was a lack of concentration. Maybe putting a little bit coast mode, and you can never go on coast mode when you have a rivalry game and a team that especially wants to beat you super bad. We kind of lacked our communication and going for the ball. I'm assuming we got aced like 3 times in that little stint, and 2 of them hit the ground without anybody going. And so you can't do that. You just need to keep communicating, use each other's names. If you just use each other's names, there's no doubt in whose ball it is. It's either me or Jonathan.
You bet. And then when it comes to that 5th set, just what's your take on how your team was able to really battle the back and forth action there? Especially down the end, you had a couple set points, then GR has match point. Just tell me about that battle there at the very end.
Yeah, that was pretty crazy. I'm gonna have to go back and watch it because I kind of don't really remember it. I feel like maybe the ball kind of fell our way a couple times. Allie made an incredibly hard play. We just had a bunch of junk and it went kind of straight up, and she just found some hands and tooled it off, And then Ryan, she had a kill that was a free ball because she's so tall and that she can manipulate her body and actually be super aggressive with her free balls. And then also just we started buckling down on our serve, getting them out of system to make it so much easier. And then we can run our offense, and we just pass the ball a lot better. And, we worked hard.
Ryan Brubaker, unofficially, I had her for 23 kills, so that would be a career high if that stands. You'd mentioned, but especially some big ones down the stretch. What can you say about how she helped turn things in your guys' favor here tonight?
I'll tell you what, if we just pass the net and find her, she can score. She's hitting over 500. She hits the ball so high, and she has that ability to do a power tip. And it's just so hard to defend. It's so hard for us in practice. In practice last night, I was watching it going, oh my gosh, it's just so hard to defend because it's just such a high contact, and we're just not used to seeing that, and that she's able to do it with such force as well. And that she came up with a couple key blocks as well. So we had to change her up a little bit today with her blocking. She couldn't max block. because it was kind of happening fast. So she just needed to half block and just get her hands over so she can find it with the find her hands with the ball, because teams that hit, they're hitting lower on the net, so that she only needs to do a small block. And when teams are hitting higher, then obviously she can max block.
Mm-hmm. And when it comes to competing against Gladbrook-Reinbeck, I checked back on Bound, and here you go. I can show you. You guys have never gone to 5 sets with these guys in the Bound era since back 2007. So pretty crazy that all those meetings and you've never gotten to 5 sets with them. But what's it like competing against those guys? Obviously, right down on the road, one of the biggest rivals here for Grundy Center.
It's good. I mean, iron sharpens iron, so we are getting better by playing them. I love that the program is coming up, and they're doing a good job. They're coming off some really good wins last week too, and we knew it. And the girls were a little like, oh my gosh, they're that good. I'm like, yeah, that's good, because now our conference means something. Before you could, some people could just roll through a conference and win it, and I like the battle. I like the getting better and just going after it, and because it doesn't just make the girls better, it makes me as a better coach as well.
All right. Any final thoughts you'd like to share here tonight about your team, or I guess about your trip to North Tama here this Saturday? Because I know you're going to face some strong teams there on Saturday as well. Yeah,
we're just going to be thrown right into the fire right away. We'll have North Tama, and then obviously and Union's there, GR's there, and then Dunkerton's there as well. So there'll be 5 rated teams there going at it. Hopefully we can just get our rest. Have a later practice tomorrow, do some film work. Do some ice bucketing so that we can continue to get after it.
All right, that's Grundy Center volleyball coach Lori Willis. Thank you so much for the time, and congrats on the epic victory.
Thank you.
All right, 3-2, Grundy Center defeats Gladbrook-Reinbeck, including 18-16 in set number 5. This has been High School Volleyball on your home for local high school sports, 99 The Wave. I'm John Moenkle saying good night from Grundy Center.